founder Acharya Divine Grace Lord Prabhupada ki Jayang Vishnupad Paramhansa Paribrajagacharya Ashtatara Satasi Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Srila Prabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Namacharya Sri Haridas Thakur ki Akshay Titiya Mahamahotsav ki Shri Shri Radhakant Bhagavan की श्रीमन महाप्रभु की श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Jnana-timirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Sa Padantikam. Vandeham Shri Gura Shri Juta Padakamalang Shri Gurung Vaishnavangsha Shri Rupang Sagrajatang Sahagana Raghunatha Nitang Tang Sajivam Sadaitam Shabadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Nitangsha Namong Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Paschat Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhubha Evacha Patitanang Pavanebho Vaishnavebho Namo Namaha. Namo Mahapadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaudatishe Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandha Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrinda Vaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukam karati vachalam panghulanghaite giring Jatkripa tamaham bande Shri Gurung dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So welcome everyone for the today's Sunday, Wednesday, Akshay Tritiya day, evening spiritual gathering. Today is very, very special day, especially in India. Akshay Tritiya is very, very popular, and for devotees it is also very important. Akshay means whatever you do on this day will remain always. So on this day, better to do good things. So why this day is very special? Because many wonderful things happened on this particular tithi or day. Akshay Tritiya. Tritiya means the third day. So on this day, Lord Parshuram appeared in this world. That's why it is known as Parshuram Jayanti. Mother Ganges touched the earth on this day. Chandan Jatra begins on this day. Sudama met Krishna in Dwarka on this day. Draupadi got Akshay Patra on this day. Vasudev started writing Mahabharata on this day. The chariot in Jagannath Puri starts, the construction of that chariot begins on this day. Char Dham Yatra, Badrinath, Kedarnath, Gangotri, Jamunotri also opens on this day. The barley appeared on this day. Treta Yuga began on this day. List continues. So for us, these are the events which are very, very important. So we'll try to discuss some of these events to get the mercy of the Lord on this auspicious day. So I was thinking, what are the pastimes should be spoken? Generally I speak Krishna meeting Sudama or Sudama meeting Krishna in Dwarka, and how Draupadi was also protected on this auspicious day. And Chandan Jatra, the glories of Chandan Jatra and Madhavendra Puri. So these are the very important events for the devotees in our Gauriya Vaishnava Parampara. So Sudama and Krishna, they are very close friends. We talk about friendship, we talk about relationships. The relationship between Sudama and Krishna teaches us so many wonderful lessons in our life. First is, in friendship or in relationship, there should not be any expectations, material expectations. In this world, in a relationship, we set up or we build up, we always have expectations. And expectations lead to frustrations. And in Kali Yuga, we have high level of expectations, very high level. But our qualification is not that level, at that level. But we have high level of expectations. How you can understand? Every boy is thinking that his wife will be like Mother Sita with all the wonderful qualities. And they have a list. But the boy forgets that he is not Lord Ram, he is Ravana. But he has expectations. Other side is also true. The girls, they think their husbands also should be like Lord Ram with all wonderful qualities. But unfortunately, they are not like Mother Sita. They are like Surpanakha. But expectations are high. There is nothing wrong to have expectations, but expectation should be very reasonable and flexible. That is the principle of relationship. But on the spiritual platform, there should not be any expectation. Sudama was very, very poor Brahmana, materially. Because Brahmanas were caste and they should not have wealth. But they have the greatest wealth, the wealth of devotion. But Sudama materially was very, very poor. So his wife told him, why not you go to Krishna? He is the king of Dwarka. So many things he has. He has a lot of opulences. He is ruling a kingdom and he is your friend. Definitely he will help you. Expectations. But Sudama did not go to Dwarka with that expectations. Sudama wanted to meet Krishna. That's called friendship. And when Sudama went, he also carried some gifts. So giving something and accepting something. Rupa Goswami also explains, Dadati Pratiginyati. We should give some gifts and also accept some gifts. That is the principle of relationship. Sudama was so poor, but still he carried some gift for Krishna. And what was that? Chipped rice. Very low quality, materially. But it was filled with love and devotion. Krishna is not interested in Rajbhoga, opulent food. We should not think, oh, we are cooking so wonderful, that's why Krishna will definitely take it. Krishna is getting food from millions of Lakshmis. Chintamani prakara sadma sukalpa vriksha laksha viteshu surabhir avipalayantam Lakshmi sahasra satasambhrama sevyamanam Govindam adi purusham tamaham bhajami. So how many Lakshmis are serving? They are in the queue. How many? Satasahasra, millions. So we have to understand, they are cooking for Krishna. And the head cook of Krishna is Srimati Radharani. And Radharani has been cooking for Krishna since time immemorial. But not a single item has been repeated till today. It's very, very difficult for us to understand. Why? Because this is inconceivable potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We struggle to have varieties, right? Which item to be offered to the Lord. Keeping varieties is very, very difficult. But Srimati Radharani has been cooking for so long, but she is keeping the varieties. So therefore we should not think, oh, we are cooking so wonderfully, that's why Krishna will accept. Krishna is not interested in our opulence. Krishna is interested in our bhava. Bhavagrahi Janardhan. Patrang pushpang phalang toyang jome bhakta prajachati. Krishna also speaks in Bhagavad Gita, anything which is offered with love and devotion, that is accepted by the Lord. So Duryodhana invited Krishna to have wonderful lunch, but Krishna was not interested. Rather, Krishna went to the house of Vidura, not invited. Without invitation he went there. And Vidura was not there. Vidura's wife was there. And when Vidura's wife saw Krishna is there, so she was in ecstasy. And she was not sure what to do. And she realized something should be offered to the Lord. He has come to my house. So nothing was there in her house. So she found a banana. And she was in so much ecstasy, instead of giving the banana to the Lord, she gave the banana peel. So Krishna took that banana peel. By hearing this story, people may think, oh, from tomorrow we'll start offering banana peels to the Lord. So Krishna is not interested in Rajbhoga, Krishna is not interested in banana peels, Krishna is not interested in bananas. Krishna is interested in bhava. So Sudama, he brought, what he brought? Chipped rice. Very low quality, chipped rice. But when Sudama went to Dwarka, so Sudama was entering, you know, Dwarka, the palace of Krishna. Krishna built one palace each for all the queens. So 16,108 queens. And he built one palace for each of them. What a husband, right? Perfect husband. So Narad Muni wanted to check how my Lord is doing, because Narad Muni is a brahmachari. So he knows the household life is difficult life, but his Lord is having such a huge family, 16,108 wives. So when he went there, he saw Krishna is there in every palace. How it is possible? It is possible because Krishna has expanded himself in 16,108 forms. Inconceivable potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So while Sudama was entering, Krishna saw Sudama has come. And Krishna was in with Rukmini Devi. So Krishna immediately came out from his palace and received Sudama. This is the culture. When a sadhu or a Vaishnava comes to our home, they should be received very wonderfully. That is a culture. Otiti Deva Bhava. They should be treated like demigods. More than that. Nowadays, we don't do like that. So we put beware of dogs. So we don't want people to come. That is the culture nowadays. Because people have become very isolated. That's why loneliness is killing the whole society. The whole world is facing the great crisis of loneliness. All the countries, including India. People are lonely. Definitely they will be lonely. Why? There is no family. Previously, there used to be a joint family. After that, small family. Now, no family. What is the meaning of a family? Mother should be there. If there is no mother in a house, that house is like a desert. And that house should be immediately given up. And that person should go to the forest. That is the conclusion of Shastra. So mother is the center of household life. Topmost position. But that is slowly going away. So culture of receiving guests is very, very important. Srila Prabhupada used to say, my father used to call every day 4 or 5 sadhus to our house. Why? Sadhu Sangha is the only hope for the householders to be free from this bondage of material existence. So Krishna, being the ideal king, ideal grihastha, although he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is receiving Sudama. And after he brought him inside, that's why when guests come, we should go out. And when they go away, also we should go out. That is the way to receive the guests. So Krishna brought him in and put him in his own asana. And Rukmini Devi was offering water and Krishna was washing the lotus feet of Sudama. And all the people, those who are in the palace, they are wonderstruck because Sudama was a very simple person. Body was having what was visible, the skin and bones. Externally not so clean. The clothes are also dirty. So all these things, but Krishna is worshipping that person. They were wonderstruck. And after washing the lotus feet, treated him properly, then Krishna started glorifying Sudama. So another principle of relationship is we should always appreciate and glorify. So appreciation and glorification is very, very important. Nowadays, generally people don't glorify or appreciate, they criticize. So glorification leads to purification. That's why we have Bhagavatam class every day. Why? Bhagavatam means glorification of the Supreme Lord, and glorification is pure devotees. So when you glorify someone, then what happens? We purify our existence. That's why in order to have good relationship, good friendship, we should try to appreciate that friend. So Krishna started glorifying Sudama. Lot of glorifications in Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto. Sukadeva Goswami is explaining. And Sudama also glorified Krishna. And after that, Krishna was searching for that cheap rice. He said, you have brought something, but Sudama was so reluctant to give that, because seeing the opulence of Krishna, he thought, oh, this is very unfit for Krishna. But Krishna was greedy for that cheap rice. Forcefully grabbed that cheap rice and took it, the first morsel. Then after that, he wanted to take the second time. Then Rukmini Devi stopped. He said, one morsel is enough. Because when Krishna takes, then he will give back. So he knew what Krishna has to give back. So that was also stated in Srimad Bhagavatam. When Sudama went back, he got the opulence like Indra. And what he gave? Cheap rice. So Krishna gives unlimitedly. Because Krishna is unlimited, so therefore if we do some little service to Krishna, Krishna will reciprocate unlimitedly. So if we do 99 wrong things, but if we do one thing right, Krishna will remember that one right thing. But in this world, if we do 99 things right, people will not remember. People will remember the wrong thing. That is the difference between Krishna and other friends in this world. So therefore, Krishna-Sudama's friendship is a spiritual friendship, and we can learn so many things from this friendship. That is one aspect, one event that happened on this Akshaya Tritiya day. Then Draupadi got Akshay Patra. And Draupadi also was disturbed on this day, about to be disturbed. So all of you know that Draupadi was praying to the Lord, because she appealed many people in the assembly. Nobody could help her. And ultimately she realized, nobody can help me except the Supreme Lord. So from this we should understand, ultimately Krishna is our protector. Nobody can protect us. Only Krishna can protect us. And Krishna was in Dwarka and talking to Rukmini Devi. Rukmini Devi told Krishna, your great devotee Draupadi is in great danger. Please go and help her. Krishna told her, yes, I am also planning to go, but I am thinking how to go. Which vehicle I will take? He said, you have Garuda, the fastest vehicle you have. He said, no, I don't have faith in Garuda. He said, why? He said, he was joking with passing time. So he said, when I was planning to come to Gajendra to help him, I was sitting on Garuda. And I was telling Garuda, go faster, go faster, go faster. But every vehicle has a speed limit. So Garuda also has a speed limit. And Garuda was trying, but he exceeded the speed limit and he collapsed. So Krishna told that instead of I am on the Garuda, I was carrying Garuda on my shoulder. So how can I have faith in Garuda? Then after some time Krishna disappeared. Then came back. Then Rukmini Devi asked, where did you go? Oh, I went to Hastinapur to help Draupadi. She said, how did you go? She said, you told that how to go? He said, no, I was just waiting. I was waiting for Draupadi to fully surrender. So Krishna will come to protect us when devotees will fully surrender. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam saranang braja aham tam sarva papebhya moksha samimasucha. But problem we have that we think, oh, Krishna told so many years before this verse, 5,000 years ago. In case Krishna forgets this, that's why Krishna's plan is there, but we have also our plan. Plan A, plan B. So we think if plan A does not work, I have my plan B. But when we have our plan B, plan A will never work. Because Krishna is not interested with those person who has plan B. So Draupadi was completely surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Krishna told Rukmini Devi, the fastest medium by which I can reach the devotee is the tears of the fully surrendered devotee. If someone is fully surrendered and say tears of that surrender, I take that tears as the vehicle to reach that devotee immediately. So therefore, in order to attract the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we have to fully surrender. Surrender and protection are interconnected. We expect protection, but we don't want to surrender. Sometimes we think surrender means slavery. We don't want to be slaves. Surrender is not a slavery. It's a voluntary acceptance of Krishna as the protector and the master. And actually that is the reality. Krishna is the protector, Krishna is the master, because everything belongs to Krishna. Bhaktarang jagatavasang sarvaloka maheswaram suidang sarvabhutanam gyattamang santi mrichati. So therefore, we have to understand that in order to be free from anxiety, we have to depend on Krishna. Why you are in anxiety in this world? Nowadays, people are in extreme anxiety. What is going to happen? What is going to happen? After reading Bhagavad Gita, also we are in anxiety. We are not sure what is going to happen. Krishna has declared in Bhagavad Gita what is going to happen. Jatosya hi dhruva mitra dhruvang janma mitasya. Those who have taken birth, they are going to die. And those who are dead, they are going to take birth again. Still we are in anxiety. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? That's going to happen. We are going to all die. That is a reality. But people think, okay, we will die anyway. But before that, what will happen? We know we took birth and we also know we are going to die. But in between, anxiety. Chinta. Chinta and Chita. Anxiety and funeral pyre. These are the two gifts of this material world. While we are living in this body, we are having anxiety. And when we leave this body and die, we go to the funeral pyre. Both anxiety and funeral pyre, Chita and Chinta, perform common service. What is that common service? Both of them burn us. So Chita, funeral pyre, burns the dead body. And Chinta, anxiety, burns the living body. Chita burns the dead body once. But anxiety, Chinta, burns the living body constantly. Why we are not experiencing the bliss of Krishna consciousness? Because we are having the anxiety. Anxiety and bliss cannot coexist. So in order to experience the bliss of Krishna consciousness, we have to come out from this anxiety. And how we can come out from this anxiety? Surrender to Krishna. Accept Krishna as the protector. Accept Krishna as the master. That is the only process. And that is the ultimate recommendations in Bhagavad Gita. Sarva dharman parityajya mamakam saranam vraja. So Draupadi is the embodiment of that full surrender. And that happened on this Akshay Tritiya day. And another thing is, how long? Continue. Another pastime is very, very famous, that is Chandan Jatra. From today, for next 21 days, Chandan Jatra happens. Putting sandalwood on the body of the Lord. Because in India, this is a time of extreme heat, very hot. And Lord also needs air conditioning to keep the body cool. And his air conditioning is sandalwood pulp. So he revealed this pastime through Indradyumna Maharaj. So Indradumna Maharaj received instruction from Jagannath that you should put sandalwood pulp on my body. For us, it was revealed and it was established by Madhavendra Puri. So you know Madhavendra Puri is the spiritual master of Ishwara Puri, and Ishwara Puri is the spiritual master of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Madhavendra Puri established the Gopal deity at Govardhan. It's a long pastime. It is explained in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. And Madhavendra Puri was very old that time. And he was instructed by Gopal. And Gopal told Madhavendra Puri in the dream that although you did a lot of abhishek, you have put a lot of water on my body, still my body is hot. I need sandalwood pulp on my body. And please get this sandalwood from Jagannath Puri, Odisha. From Vrindavan to Odisha is a long distance. And that time there was no other medium of transportation. Only way to go is by walking. At this old age, walking from Vrindavan to Jagannath Puri. So you have to understand, love means we have to take pain. So pain is a symptom of love. Accepting the pain for the beloved is a symptom of love. So Madhavendra Puri is showing, rather Lord is showing through Madhavendra Puri, what is the meaning of love. We want love for God, right? Krishna Prema. Love for Krishna. But love for Krishna is nothing very cheap. Once Prabhupada came to a place and devotees were receiving him and devotees were jumping, crying, offering different gifts to Prabhupada, offering flowers. And while Prabhupada was coming back with his secretary in the car, the secretary told Prabhupada, Prabhupada, they have so much love for you. I don't have any love for you. Then Prabhupada said that jumping in the kirtan, giving some flowers is good, but it's not so difficult thing, very easy thing to do. But whatever you are doing, others cannot do. Because you are taking the headache of my devotional service. So taking anxiety for Krishna is a symptom of love. So Madhavendra Puri was happily performing deity worship in Vrindavan. What else people can think of, right? But Lord told Madhavendra Puri, now you go out from Vrindavan. You should go to Jagannath Puri. So taking trouble for the Lord's service is a symptom of love. So Madhavendra Puri started the journey. It's a long story. Then he went to Remuna. There is a Gopinath. Then Gopinath stole condensed milk for him. Then he became Chora Gopinath. And because Lord stole condensed milk for Madhavendra Puri knew that he will become very famous. That's why he left that place and immediately went to Jagannath Puri. And then he collected the sandalwood and was going back to Vrindavan again. And on the way back, he also reached the same place, Remuna. Remuna is a place, it is in border of Bengal and Odisha. It's a very wonderful place. And there he received instruction again from Gopal in the dream. He said, the Lord said, there is no need to come back to Vrindavan. Me and Gopinath are same. If you put this sandalwood pulp on the body of Gopinath, I will receive that. So by this we should understand, Lord told Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri was tested by the Lord. And when Madhavendra Puri passed that test, then Lord said, okay, don't have to come back again. So we have to know that Lord also tests us, whether we genuinely love Him or not. That's why it is said, when Guru, the spiritual master, offers a devotee to the Supreme Lord, then Lord has some plan to check the purity of that devotee. Just like if you go to a goldsmith and give some gold to that goldsmith will check whether this gold is genuine gold or duplicate gold. What he does acid test. He put that gold into the acid. And through that acid test, he will realize, he will understand whether this gold is genuine gold or fake gold. In the same way, Lord also has this acid test for the devotees. Acid means not a pleasant experience. That's why Krishna says, when I am pleased with some devotees, especially pleased, then what I do? I give him trouble. How I give trouble? I take away all his material possessions. If somebody hears that anybody will come to Krishna, that's why these words should not be spoken to the new people. Because we go to the Lord for what? Getting some material things. But Krishna tells, when I am pleased with someone, especially pleased, I take away his possessions. And when there is no possessions, then even the relatives, family members will not give any importance to him. He'll go through tribulation after tribulations. And that is the special mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Why troubles are very important in our devotional journey? Because if you are in a comfortable situation, comforts attracts anarthas. If you are in a comfortable situation, that will attract material comforts. And that is very unfavorable for devotional service. That's why Krishna wants to make sure whatever little bit material attachment we have, that also should go away. And he does that to those devotees, those who are fully surrendered. Krishna takes full responsibility of that devotee. So symptom of love means taking trouble. That's why Lord also takes trouble for the devotees, and devotees also take trouble for Lord's service. So Madhavendra Puri is the example. At this old age, what a trouble he took for the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Srila Prabhupada at the age of 70 went to the Western world to preach Krishna consciousness. This is symptom of love. So sandalwood is a very wonderful example also. Sandalwood, it is very fragrant, right? But when fragrance comes out, how it comes out? If you keep like that, it will not come out. How it will come out? You have to grind. Grinding process. If you grind properly, then the fragrance of sandalwood will come out. So devotees are also like sandalwood. And Krishna wants to distribute the fragrance of the devotees all over the world. That's why what Lord does? Grind those devotees. Grinding. So more devotees are grinded, more glories are spread all over the world. That's why if you see the lives of the pure devotees, topmost devotees, their lives are full of miseries. Right? Catastrophe after catastrophe, calamities after calamities. And if you will see the life of Kunti Devi, she is praying that those calamities should come back again. What a prayer. Very dangerous prayer. But she is very intelligent, super intelligent. Because she knows there is no danger in this world. Only one danger. What is the danger? Absence of Krishna in our life. That is the cause of all dangers in this world. If Krishna is there, there is no danger. Why Kunti Devi is praying like that? Because while she was in calamities, Krishna was always there with her. But now, Pandavas have been established. They are the kings. Everything is very wonderful. Now Krishna is telling goodbye. I am no more needed. Then Kunti Devi started thinking, what's the use of this kingdom? What is the use of this wonderful situation if Krishna is not there? Rather, those calamities should come back again. Why? Because Krishna will be there with us. For the devotees, they want Krishna in their lives. Nothing else they want. That is called Krishna consciousness. So Kunti Devi is the example. What a life she had to go through. Her father died, her husband died, right? Her son died, her grandson died. Still he continued. 4 generations gone, but she is there. Sometimes we say, oh, we are going through some difficulties. As compared to Kunti Devi, we don't have any difficulty. See the life of Prahlad Maharaj. See the life of the Pandavas. Pandavas are going through so many difficulties. And see the life of Krishna. What a difficult life he had to go through. So Karna and Krishna were talking. Karna was complaining to Krishna that I did not get any justice in my life. Why? Because my birth was not good. And he was complaining after complaining, complaint after complaint. I did not get this, I did not get that. I did not get any justice in my life. After hearing Krishna started speaking, Karna, your problem started after you took birth. But see my life, my problem started before I took birth. As soon as my uncle heard that I will take birth, immediately started planning how to kill me. And he wanted the process by killing my mother. And see my life, after taking birth, immediately I have to escape and go to other place. But I was enjoying my life in Vrindavan. I never complained. So, experiencing bliss of life is not dependent on the external condition of this world. Sometimes people say, oh, I will be very serious in my devotional service if everything is settled down. That day will never come. This world means world of problems. This world is the world of catastrophe. This is the world of calamities. This is the ocean of material existence. If you see, oh, ocean means waves. You say, oh, there are so many waves in the ocean. Ocean means waves. No, there should not be waves in the ocean. If there is no waves in the ocean, that is not an ocean. Right? Ocean minus wave is not ocean. Ocean means waves. Material world means dukkhalayam. Krishna has declared. You cannot blame Krishna that I have not told you. Krishna was very, very clear. This is the place of miseries. Why this is the place of miseries? Because this is the place of temporary things. Everything is temporary in this world. Whether so-called happiness, so-called distress, এই ভালো এই মন্দ সকলই মনেরও ভ্রম. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling so-called good and bad is all mental speculation. There is nothing good, nothing bad in this world. Everything is bad if you are not Krishna conscious. What is the use of so many good things in this world? We have to die. Whether you are in a palace or whether in the footpath, whether you are the rich aristocratic person or a poor man, you are the king or you are a beggar, you all have to die. That is the reality. And when you are going to die, also you don't know. First, we are planning to have wonderful life. We want to live wonderfully. We cannot live wonderfully. That's why you have to live wonderfully. Art of dying, that is Krishna consciousness. Antakale cha mameva smaran mukta kolevaram japrayati samad bhavam jati nastatra asanshaya. Krishna says there is no doubt that person will come back to me who quits his body remembering me. So no calamity can touch a person who is Krishna conscious. Why we are affected? Because we are not Krishna conscious. Prahlad was attacked by his father, planned to be killed by his father in so many ways, but Prahlad was completely unaffected. Why? Because he was always remembering Krishna. So remembrance of Krishna is the boat to cross over the ocean of material existence. And that is the essence of our spiritual practice. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. The fear comes when we forget Krishna. Forgetfulness of Krishna is the cause of fear. And this world is the world of fear. So on this day, we should contemplate that we have joined this Krishna consciousness movement to become fearless. The founder Acharya of our movement is fearless. His name is also fearless. Abhay. No fear. A devotee has no fear. Why? Because he knows he has no other business than to serve the Lord. If he is alive in this body, he will serve the Lord. If he is dead, he will go back to the spiritual world and serve the Lord in the spiritual world, in the spiritual body. Then why to worry? We are worrying because we don't know what's going to happen in our life. But the devotees, they know what's going to happen in their life. So therefore, we have to be very, very confident in Krishna's words. When we have that confidence, then we will become fearless. Pandavas were fearless. No anxiety. Daytime they are fighting the battle, nighttime they are having parties. No anxiety. One day Krishna came and told, "Did you hear what happened today?" He said, "What happened? What is the breaking news today?" He said, "News is," Krishna told the Pandavas, "the Bhishma Pitama, grandfather Bhishma took a vow to kill all of you tomorrow." Then what happened to the Pandavas? They are in anxiety? No. They thanked Krishna. "Thank you very much for the wonderful news, because we did not know all these days whether we'll come back or not. But tomorrow is guaranteed. No anxiety, because we are going to be killed. And what a glorious death we'll have. We'll be killed by grandfather Bhishma. What else do you want? Thank you very much for the news," Pandavas told Krishna. "See you tomorrow morning." No anxiety. Why? Because they are beyond the bodily concept of life. Bodily conception of life is the cause of fear. And when we cross that bodily concept of life, we become fearless. Because soul is beyond death. Soul is eternal. Krishna is eternal. And the relationship between the soul and the Supreme Lord is eternal. And when we situate our consciousness on that eternal principle, then we also become fearless. And when we become fearless, then we can experience the bliss of Krishna consciousness. That's why devotees are always happy. Why? Because they are living on eternal principle of Krishna consciousness. So fear and happiness cannot be together. In order to experience happiness, we have to be fearless. And we can become fearless when we are fully surrendered. So on this special day, we can pray to the Supreme Lord so that we can surrender unto His lotus feet completely and become fearless and experience the bliss of Krishna consciousness. And that is the perfection of our human form of life. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Any question, if you have any? It's a little bit over time, sorry for that. 8:30, but tomorrow is holiday, I heard. So good news. So if you have any question, maybe you want to question if you have, otherwise you can end. Okay, no question. Thank you.
His Holiness Bhakti Prachar Parivrajak Swami Maharaj Ki Jai. A very big thank you to Maharaj for such a captivating and enlightening class today. Thank you again, Maharaj, and we wish you well for the rest of your stay in Durban. Devotees, thank you for attending this evening's very special program. We wish you a blissful week ahead and a safe journey home. You can stay for the 9 o'clock Aarti, and there will be prasadam on your way out in the foyer. Hare Krishna.